The doors are heavy. Solid wood. No windows. No signs. Once they close, the outside world disappears. No phones. No recording devices. No outsiders allowed. Inside these rooms, men from different walks of life, farmers, judges, engineers, presidents, stand as equals. They wear aprons instead of suits. They speak in symbols instead of plain words. And they swear oaths that have remained unchanged for centuries.
Do you seriously declare on your honor that you will keep the secrets of Masonry? Yes.
This is not a myth. This is not a conspiracy theory. These meetings are real. They happen quietly, all over the world. Tonight, we are not asking who the Freemasons are. We are asking something far more unsettling. What do Freemasons really do, behind closed doors? Freemasonry did not begin as a secret society. It began as a profession. In medieval Europe, stonemasons were among the most skilled workers alive. They built cathedrals, castles, and cities that still stand today. Their knowledge of geometry, measurement, and architecture was rare, and valuable. To protect that knowledge, they met privately. They created signs. Handshakes. Passwords. Not to rule the world, but to prove skill and trust. As time passed, something changed. By the 1600s and 1700s, men who were not stonemasons began to join. Philosophers. Merchants. Scientists. Thinkers. Freemasonry transformed from operative masonry into speculative masonry. The buildings were no longer stone structures. They were moral ones. When a Masonic lodge meeting begins, the first act is not a ritual. It is silence. The lodge is arranged deliberately. Every chair. Every object. Every direction. The room itself is symbolic. The meeting opens with a formal process, meant to remind members that what happens inside is separate from the outside world. Then comes the work. Contrary to popular belief, most lodge meetings are not dramatic. They involve discussions on ethics and character, charity planning, administrative decisions, lessons drawn from ancient symbols. But some meetings are different. Those are initiation ceremonies. Initiation is the most misunderstood part of Freemasonry. It is not dark magic. It is not worship. It is not occult practice. It is symbolic theater. A candidate enters blindfolded. Not to frighten him, but to represent ignorance. He is guided through the lodge, stopping at specific points. He is asked questions, not about loyalty to Freemasonry, but about his character, intentions, and moral responsibility. Objects are introduced. A compass, symbolizing self-control. A square, symbolizing honesty. An apron, symbolizing labor and humility. At no point is power promised. At no point is allegiance to any hidden ruler demanded. The oath he takes is not to control others, but to better himself. And yet, the secrecy of this process is what fuels suspicion. Freemasons often say, the ritual loses its meaning once explained. The secrecy exists for three main reasons. First, tradition. These ceremonies are performed almost exactly as they were hundreds of years ago. Second, impact. The experience is meant to be personal. Explaining it beforehand removes its psychological effect. Third, equality. Inside the lodge, status disappears. A king and a laborer kneel the same way. Secrecy preserves that space. But secrecy also creates fear. And fear invites imagination. Look closely at a Masonic lodge. You will see the all-seeing eye. Pillars named Jachin and Boaz. The letter G, representing God or geometry. The tracing board, a symbolic map of moral lessons. These symbols are not instructions. They are metaphors. Each meeting includes a lesson, called a lecture, where members interpret these symbols differently, based on their own lives. Freemasonry does not give answers. It asks questions. Many powerful people have been Freemasons. That much is true. Presidents, kings, military leaders, revolutionaries. But influence does not mean coordination. There is no global command center. No secret vote that decides world events. Freemasonry is decentralized. Each lodge governs itself. A Freemason in Nigeria does not take orders from one in London. A lodge in America does not answer to one in France. What does exist is a shared moral framework, and mutual recognition. And that alone can look like power. Freemasonry has been accused of controlling governments, undermining religions, manipulating economies. Yet historians consistently find the same conclusion. Freemasonry is not a shadow government. It is a fraternity. Its real power lies not in secrecy, but in networking, discipline, and shared values. That may not sound dangerous. But throughout history, even ideas have frightened authorities. Which is why Freemasonry has been banned, burned, and persecuted in different eras. When the meeting ends, the door opens again. The aprons come off. The symbols return to silence. The men walk back into ordinary life. No spells cast. No orders issued. No world controlled. Only a question remains. Why does secrecy unsettle us so deeply? Perhaps because anything hidden invites fear. Or perhaps because we sense that power does not always announce itself loudly. Sometimes, it meets quietly. Behind closed doors.